family, that time of the year, it's Christmas. Hope you got gifts. This podcast. Lufuno is seeing red there. Lufuno,
sure.
You are praying, my friend.
Praying for what?
What happened there at Mazembe? You are praying, my friend.
No, I don't have to pray. No.
You are at game number what of 10?
No, I don't have to pray.
You are at game number 4 of 10.
Why must I pray? Huh? Am I the leadership of
No, it's so interesting that he's asking you that question.
Yeah.
He's also in the same sentence.
No, now I'm very
He's done
clear.
and dusted.
No,
he has replaced the coach
SC,
already. So
now I've been very clear.
Yeah.
Sid is not the man.
Yeah.
If he proves me wrong, we will come here, I will eat my humble pie and say, well done, and I hope he does well.
Yeah.
Maralufuno is Mr. 10 games, remember?
Yeah, 10 games, eh?
Yeah. No. My view is still the same, to say that if you have hired the coach, surely you have to support the coach. Surely you have to allow the coach to work. So he might lose games. You might have a coach that comes in and win 5 games. It does not guarantee the future. He might win 5 and then go and lose 10 games. So all I'm saying is that allow the man to do the job. And I mean, looking at the game that in Mazembe, to get a draw in Mazembe, a few teams
is not easy.
It's not an easy team. And he played well. I watched the game. I think the team played very well. They could have won that game. They missed golden opportunities to could have taken the lead and won. And they were coming from behind to force the draw.
But they got into the game very late.
Yeah, well, I think they also have a decent first half. I watched the game. So, honestly, I will only make a straight judgment after 10 games to say yes or no. Because that's when you are able to see.
Lufuno waits for 10 games. No. Lufuno's waiting for 10 games. While he waits, he's going to Simba with his red shirt.
Yeah, no, and perhaps maybe this is something that we can try and make Lufuno. You say today, we are calm, we understand your pain, we understand that you have to defend. You see, what we can try and do, and it's make you understand the fact that, yes, you've made a mistake, but you don't have to wait for that long to understand that you've made a mistake. Retrospectively, when you look at it, that was not supposed to happen, but you can't dwell into that. You look at how they applied themselves, Yanga, in that match. It screams that I'm not experienced enough to handle this, because you said last week, it's a must-win match for them. While knowingly very well that they're going to be playing in Lubumbashi. What has happened in the past? The very same Yanga beat this team in Lubumbashi. That's the pedigree that we were talking about. When it's time to grind results, you are able to do that. But today, we can use the very same excuse and say they were playing in Lubumbashi. It's a team, it's a big team. They can't get results. But whereas they've gotten those results.
I agree with you, Cox, when you're saying that. But you must also understand that the management have decided to part with the coach that has been there for long. The coach that was already, with sync with the team. He had a synergy with the team. This is a new coach that he still have to find his feet in the team. Actually, the management have taken a decision to say this is the right coach. You need to back your coach.
Lufuno is backing the coach. We understand everybody backs a coach. Look, Ali Hilal and they're not hanging around to wait for you to sort yourself out.
The points difference, you look at the points difference, it tells you a total different story. And I did say earlier on when we broke down the groups to say TP Mazembe might not make it out of this group. Yanga, I thought they were going to make it. I put them in that bracket.
Yeah, we were saying they were going to be second.
Yeah, And what Lufuno was saying, he's not incorrect in terms of saying when you bring in a coach, give him time and all that. But at the end of the day, when you bring in a coach, also look at the level of the coach that has left in comparison to the guy you're bringing in. You look at the team as well. Has he managed a strong team like that? Even before we can even talk about tactics and everything else. You look at the personnel of the team. Is he going to be able to handle Aziski, a Pacom Zuzuo? You look at those kind of things. They say a lot of things, those things.
Cox, there's problems, Chief. Now I see there's problems because each and every game that you go without those 3 points, you're starting to be now under pressure that you must win.
I think I'll make a bold statement and say they're not getting out of the group. Because you look at where they are right now, and they're languishing bottom. And you don't want to find yourself halfway of the group. So they're already halfway. You have an Al Hilal that's flying.
Yeah. Because they only need one more win, then they are through.
So Al Hilal is done. So Al Hilal, SC and kudos. You mentioned MC Alges, and we looked at you funny. We side-eyed you. They are there. Thank you. So Yanga has put themselves in a position that they don't want to be in themselves. A new coach, Siad, has put himself in a position that he doesn't want to be, because now not only does he have to go against qualifying for the knockout stages, he has to go to qualify in a pressure situation. Take care of business, fluke it. We understand that you're
doesn't matter, doesn't have to be pretty.
If at home, smash and grab 3 points. Make sure that you don't lose your matches at home. You can even play ugly. It's not a problem.
Oh, talking of playing ugly, hey man, there by Sundowns, ugly one.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, the coach was new. He what he has to do was to get the result, to bring this thing back to life. He needed to get that 3 points to put him on 5 points. Then he can be able to say, strategically,
I can breathe.
how do I plan from here?
Yes.
The coach did what is required.
But now and again, logic comes back, but when it comes to Yanga, logic runs
I'm
away.
just saying to you, Mpo, the game could have gone either way. It was a tight affair.
I even saw Pirates people coming to bow there by Williams' goal.
The fact of the matter is, Sundowns was playing at home. They were actually expected to win the game. A draw would have been good for Raja. Okay.
Yes.
So for me, I think the coach really bought himself enough space to breathe so that he can plan for the next few games that are coming in the Champions League. He did well. Let's give him credit.
And I was very critical of the coach. When I looked at the match, I was there and I looked at the game. He was shouting too many instructions.
Hey, my man, that man doesn't sit down.
And I was saying, it seems like he's coaching under 8. But at the time, I understand. Looking at it now, I understand that the pressure situation that he's talking about, you have to get things done, and you have to commend the fact that he's not scared to make changes. He put in Spelele, and in him putting in Spelele, he realized that, okay,
it's not working.
It's not working out. It's not the game plan that I had. Raja's not applying themselves to the way that I had anticipated. Halftime, he made those changes.
You know what's the funny thing? See, what was the one thing that I used to complain about Ronwen Williams when he gets the ball, and how did Sundowns score the goal? Because last season he'd hold the ball and wait for everybody to go. I mean, he had to bear the brunt of me going, Ronwen, distribute the ball quicker because people are out.
Yeah, it was a beautiful. It
was a very similar goal to what happened at AS FAR.
It was a beautiful pass because he really picked the man. And I mean, it took about 3 touches and it's a goal. So you need that sometimes.
And we're speaking about Ronwen. Guys, we have to give him...
Hey, Ronwen, hey!
Ronza.
Yeah. No,
he's in charge.
Fantastic. Two beautiful awards. And he deserves it. I mean, he was in France. So
no matter, there's something that I saw, there's a what I don't like.
What, Mama?
I saw an Al Ahly guy saying, we want to dominate this thing. I didn't like that statement because these guys have dominated this thing. Mara, no, Lufuno.
Oh, but it's natural for them to say such things.
No, I hear him. Lufuno's other top 4 team, Mapagania. Mapagania could have walked away with that game in the first half.
Look, I think the way they did not take their chances, I was very disappointed. But getting a point, yes, I know that team has been beaten by everybody. But I can tell you, when they started and look at the teams, they would have probably banked 3 points away from 3 teams, which gives them 3 points, and then banked all wins at home. I think so far they got 5 points. They are actually pretty sitting well. They got 2 games to play in Orlando. They need to win those 2 games, and then they are good to go. So I don't see them failing to come out of this group.
On that note, I think we need to also applaud the league as much as we want to look at it and say this favors Pirates. When Pirates are not playing, games are postponed.
Sorry, so the league favors Pirates?
No, you can put it in the latest.
No, I'm asking.
and
okay, let me make a statement. Thank you, PSL. You are very nice to teams that are participating in the Champions League for a change. Wonder what's different, but anyway,
as I was saying, you look at that and you look at the number of games they are playing, and it's a hello to Pirates to say welcome to the CAF Champions League. That team they played against, we can't put an argument to say they did well in terms of drawing the game. Pirates should have put that game to bed very early on. And again, if you look at the tactical approach of the coach, it was completely wrong. In my opinion, Mahopa was not supposed to play that game. I think he should have played Mabaz, because he gives them something different in terms of what Mahopa will give you. Mahopa will give you, okay, you're dropping back and all that. But then if you have a guy as big as him, he's going to bolster those guys at the back. And he's going to give him his players that are coming on, it's just wall passes there. He's
Nah,
just
but see, Mahopa scores that goal and we're having a different conversation.
Absolutely.
It's not fair. I don't think it's fair.
We are. And he worked hard to get into that
the chance
position.
is there, so you can't blame the coach.
He worked hard to get into that position.
This is what I'm saying.
I don't understand the hype. It was a once-off season that I don't believe is going to ever repeat. I'm on record saying if Tsegofatso scores 10 goals, I will be pleasantly surprised.
No, the thing is that we are hypothesizing this conversation because we're now talking about had he scored. But what does the
But you've got to create yourself enough
into
chances.
the space. You have to get yourself into the space to be seen to be wanting to score goals. Because as a striker, if you hide yourself, you're not going to be in those positions to miss chances. So
No, Luvuno, we hear you. Bafetu, they say time is up, Mara. Luvuno is still praying. People must not hide. Luvuno, you keep praying.
I'm not going to pray for anyone. And I said here, me giving a coach certain numbers of games, it does not mean that I will accept mediocrity. If the coach is not performing, I'll be here to call the coach out to say.
So let me ask you this: if he doesn't make it out of the group stages before 10 games end, because that's a
the thing is, let me tell you this important. The thing is,
we're closing 20 seconds.
Did the Yanga management hired him to come and play for the Champions League alone, or they hired him with a vision of saying that this is what we want to go in terms of season 2 season ahead? That it's with Yanga's
so while Lufuno waits for 2 seasons, don't forget, we look forward to your comments. Tell us what you think. Are Yanga on the right track? Is Siad on the right track? Coach Cardoso, does he look like the man that's going to be able to haram this thing and bring it home for Sundowns? Mapagania, are you comfortable with where you are? Saleng is missing. Saleng. Saleng. Tito Chezi number 10 is missing in action. Look forward to your comments and don't forget to subscribe and have yourself a fantastic Christmas. Don't overeat, man, and look like me when you are roundabout. Have a super one.
I saw a cherry and it was red.